Yeah, it's Friday night. It's actually Thursday, but that doesn't sound as right. And it's time for your lesson. Hello, welcome to the basement. Here's what class looks like today. There's 2 assignments that are going to be posted. One is the assignment that all students can be working on, which is your outlines and extracts being due not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after that. That same Wednesday is the day that the assessment slots will open up in my appointment calendar, and you can sign up for when you're going to record the I.O. There will be 6 of you, hopefully, if we get through all of you, who will have a conference with me based on what you put into the pre-conference. In some ways, this is kind of the last time we get a chance to talk about what you're going to be doing in your I.O. Once you start putting stuff down in the outline form, I'm not allowed to look and critique that in other units the way I have. That's supposed to be entirely generated from you. When you turn it in on that Wednesday that it is due, I'm going to be giving it a cursory look to make sure that I don't see any bullet points that I feel like breaks the rules, make sure that the claim is clearly stated on there, things that are the equivalent of making sure your name's on your paper when you turn in your document, the things that aren't necessarily uh, quality of argument based, but just making sure that we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's, because this is the document that will be one day uploaded to IB if you're going to either get a certificate or you're in the diploma program. So in your pre-conference, this is when I will be looking at what you filled out in the Google form and just rounding out your ideas a little bit, answering questions that you might have about anything that you don't feel like you have fully fleshed, and being available for any questions that you might have. I look to do 6 a day, so those will run 10 minutes, maybe more. There will be a spreadsheet that has an individual meet link. I did this with my other humanities students and it worked quite well. Each of you will have an individual meeting room that I will be sort of moving from, and next to that meeting room will be the status of the meeting, whether or not that meet room is live or if the meeting is pending, and then once the meeting has concluded, I will note that as well. So the times are going to be a little loose, so because it's going to be in 15-minute chunks, but your meeting might go live earlier than that 15-minute chunk if I'm able to finish a conversation before that 15 minutes is up. So um, don't necessarily pay attention to the calendar times that I'm going to use, but calendar makes sense because it's the easiest way to give everyone an individual meet. So I'll be doing 15-minute chunks using Google Calendar, and then within Google Calendar, those meetings will get an individual meeting link, which allows me to make a spreadsheet nice and easy. But I don't care about being to the minute, especially since those of you who are conferencing tomorrow aren't going to find out that you're conferencing until you close this tab, open up that tab, and say, "Oh, look, I'm conferencing in about 5 minutes." It's not as strict as your eventual I/O appointments will be. These are supposed to be the equivalent of, hey, these are the 6 people that I want to talk to today. Your name would be up on the whiteboard. I'd call you up. We'd hang out at my desk for a bit, and then I'd call the next person. Everybody else is working on stuff because it's, other than those conversations, a work day because we're working on our final exam. All right, so I will be busy with those students, so not available for other Google Meet questions. Email me any questions that you may have, and I'll get to them after the block concludes. All right, where was I? Have a good class.